back with the cross-hand lead. We're going to take our partner and we're going to bring them in 1, 2, triple step into a wrap-up. Let's do it from this side here with my back to the camera. We're going to come in and go 1, 2, triple step. It's a big wrap-up into a skater's position.
A skater position is where the lead's hand is on the follow's hip, and this hand is in front of the lead, and the follow is pushing the hand out while the lead pushes the hand in a little bit. So you're kind of secure. This hand's pushed on the hip.
So I can easily move my partner back and forth too.
You can manipulate.
All right, let's practice just getting into that wrap-up. Leaders, right hand to right hand hold. What's going to happen, just like before on the pass-bys, I'm going to turn my body to the right and get my partner moving forward on the 1, 2. Now my right hand is going to go up and around my partner's head, over top of her head, and then dropping down to the hip. All right?
Now, it's the key for us follows is to keep the hand in front of us at all times so that the turn is created.
Now leaders, I don't want to drop the hand too soon. As my partner's turning, the hand goes up, and I don't start dropping it until her face is coming around. But then I do a little twist over
With the hand.
so that her hand can then roll to the hip. And you don't want to force it. You don't want to force the elbow up. So again, it's a little round and round and round and down in here. And the hand goes right on the hip, and your partner has kind of
I end up with my palm out, so my hand comes all the way around, and then my hand lands with the palm up on the hip, and his hand is on top of it. Never grabbing, of course, just touching.
All right, how are we doing? It's looking good. Got some wrap-ups going.
Yeah.
All right, very good. So the follows are actually going to rotate 2 times.
Yeah, we go around quite a bit. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this guy.
All right, so the follow is going to turn once and then twice.
It's really fun. We get to do spinny spinnies.
2 rotations in 4 counts. So you only have 4 counts to do this. So we want to start the rotation on the very beginning, just before the first triple step, just as we're finishing our 1, 2, our step. So again, leaders, as I start my partner and I start turning on the first step, they're coming forward. On the second step, I'm starting the rotation already. So I can do a real quick triple step.
I actually just spin at that point most of the time. I could triple step if that's more comfortable for you. Or if you want to just actually spin on one foot, you can do that too.
Now movement-wise, leaders, depending on your partner, my follow. If my follow is a travel spinner, then whenever we're coming forward from here, we'd have our little 1, 2, triple step, and they might travel, in which case we'd end up off the camera.
Remember, you have to actually, right off the camera. So you have to actually follow your partner if they're travelers.
I can control the travel a little bit as the lead by drawing more of a circle in place and not giving too much forward momentum at the beginning. And last possibility, leaders, if your partner's not going to make it all the way around, you can always cut it short. Ideally, I want to be facing this direction, both of us at the end, but if Sue's having troubles turning after a 1, 2, 1, 2, triple step, I can move around her as she's turning and meet her part way. So leaders,
I've had a few many glasses of wine or something.
If the worst case, you can always go around your partner as they're turning to meet them part way. But ideally, I want them to spin into my arm without me having to move.
Yeah.
All right. Again, this is not one we can do a gazillion times in a row because all the follows will throw up and then fall over in their own vomit. One, so that she will then immediately, as I start turning her on 2, she's already done a half turn. That way, it's now on the next triple step, 3/4, 1.5 turns instead of a complete 2.
I tend to spin on my left foot.
So follows, watch out you're not losing frame. And leaders, make sure you're not letting your arm go loose. Sue is going to try to rock step, but she's going to have good frame. And if she tries to rock step, I'm going to bring her forward. So leaders, if I'm not bringing my partner forward, making that step forward, then this is going to be a tougher move. Follows. If you are allowing your arm to go loosey when I'm trying to bring it forward so you can then rock step, it's going to be a lot harder move if you are losing your
Let's
frame.
remember, at this point, any of these forward motions, you should just be giving up the rock step and just doing a step. If you have time for a swivel, you can swivel, but it's not mandatory in this particular one, but no rock steps coming forward moves.